a few of you began to forget. Forget the names of your party members. Forget your own name. Forget why you were even here. And as you all walked on, it felt like you were walking on forever, with no progress being made, but you were sure whenever you entered here that it was only about 100 feet or so until you would reach this platform that would reach the stairs that would lead you downward. And you walked. And you walked. And you walked along this golden narrow path surrounded by space. A few of you decided to stop and gauge why the hell you weren't making any progress, and some of you continued to push on unknowingly. Isaiah being the specific one to continue on, you walked forward. Thinking that you were still with your party, you looked back. They were at least 5 miles back there, so you could only see little specks of your party members. But from your party's perspective, they could see you about 500 feet away. Time seemed to not only slowed, but stretched in this space. An oddity for all of you. Panic began to set in as you all began to lose your memories, and you rushed, and you began to run. As Isaiah, you spotted something. The sun had set. And the night, space, and the stars slowly consumed the golden path that you guys traveled on. You all ran for it, as fast as you can. Finally making it to this platform. As if you were just dropped from a very large mountain, that drop in your stomach. Your ears kind of ringing as you reach the platform. As they pop like you had made an elevation change. You continue to press on. Now, standing in front of you, these beautifully crafted golden stairs that spiraled downward and downward and downward as far as your eye could see. Next to you, a thin golden railing following the stairs down. Thinking the time was not on your side, you quickly began to hustle down these stairs. And as you continued, Mizo, our little kobold friend, seemed to be acting a little bit different compared to the rest of you. And he halted the party and threatened our good friend Isaiah, forgetting who he was, demanding that he give and lead Mizo to the shinies now. Half the party halted, the other half continued on. An argument was had, until eventually Isaiah, with the help and guidance of his other party members, agreed to at least let Mizo slide for right now. And eventually we will lead him to the shinies, as he was to be your guide. The forgetful little kobold stamped his feet in anger and continued on. But as the rest of you, the ones that were in front that did not stop for this confrontation, continued down the stairs, he looked up. And it seems like you had traveled for hours compared to the rest of your party members, as you could not see them. Frustrated and annoyed at your party members' antics, you decided to rush back up the stairs until you gathered all once again. Continuing down the stairs, it felt like you traveled for days, months, curling downward, and downward, and downward. So long that Isaiah, taking some of the old elk bones that he had in his pack, decided to do some experimentation with the space that surrounded him. First, tossing one of the little elk bones over the railing into the darkness, as it stuck for a moment in the sky, in the space that he tossed it, and eventually seemed to release and float off. And the second bone he tossed down the center of the spiral staircase that you guys descended upon. And it was at that moment that it seemed like Isaiah was lost in a repeated time loop forever. Within his own head, he continued to toss the bone over and over and over again, unable to move, breathe, think. Well, he could think. Knew he was trapped. Knew he couldn't move. Knew he couldn't yell out for help. The only thing he could do was toss the bone over the side in a repeated manner. The rest of you, Isaiah continued on until he just collapsed down the golden stairs, paralyzed. For reasons unknown. He took little time to examine his wounds or if he was in near death or in peril. You told Ook to pick him up and place him upon his shoulders as you guys continue to move. Quickly. Redrick, you were the one that pushed ahead in front of the rest of your party until you came to the very end of the stairs, which ended abruptly around one corner, and it seemed that the stairs have just ended. And in front of you, endless space and stars. Eventually, the rest of the party caught up with you and noticed an oddity about the space in front of you after doing a few series of tests. It felt like there was an odd barrier that stood in front of you as you looked out into space. And as some of you brushed your hands against this odd barrier, you noticed that some of the stars would glow to your touch and then follow you as you swept your hand across the sky. Not too sure how to continue, you begin to put your brains together. Eggval, being a man of nature, noticed that there's some constellations that are within this picture that you see in front of you. Not too sure of what, he turned to Velkin, who recognized them to be constellations of the dwarven patronage. Pantheon, sorry. Thinking out of the box, you guys decided that you would attempt to draw some of the missing constellations of the dwarven pantheon that stood in front of you. And after doing so, the small barrier of space in front of you peeked open with a slight creak, opening a seemingly invisible door, as if space itself formed a crack. You pushed the door open and all of you entered into a massive golden hall. Many golden pillars lining this hall by the hundreds. 800 feet across from wall to wall, this entire room plated in pure gold. The floors itself you could see your own reflection in. Not a scratch you could find on the floors. The pillars themselves, crafted by many a hand, were at least 15 to 20 feet wide, lined this massive dwarven hall. The hall so big that you couldn't even see the opposite end, but you could see to your right, a few hundred feet away, a large oak door. The walls themselves made of crude gold, not as smooth as the floors, and one beautifully inlaid chandelier in the ceiling. These small crystalline diamonds that kind of made this beautiful pattern shine among the floor. Who Mizo, obviously attracted to the shininess of it, rushed to try to gather as much as he could. As you entered this space, Isaiah eventually awakened from his entrapped state that he was in. seeming to have done more harm than good. He seemed scarred in some way of the experience that he had just had. Not really sure how long he had been there, but it felt like years. Tossing the bone into the middle of the stairs over and over again. Investigating the door, you saw that there were large grooves inlaid in the floor for it, as if it could be moved in a way. They're not to scrape the floor, but there may be some sort of mechanism to open these doors. And as Mizo requested our friend Eggval's aid to try to get some of these shinies, and they attempted to do so, the rest of the party reconvened in a small corner of this large golden hall to eventually get some rest, deciding that be the best course of action. And that is where we left off. You all find yourselves now in this large golden hall once again, huddled in a small, tight little corner, not realizing exactly, or not really knowing exactly what the hell had just happened to you. Redrick, aging 30 plus years, his scaled skin pocked with white, large, scraggly gray beard, forgetting who he is, why he's really here, who these people are. The rest of you deciding what to do next.
If I'm not mistaken, we were doing where we were trying to get a rest. I think Ren and Velkin were on first watch, right?
Yeah.
I think it was me and Egg on first watch.
It was me and Velkin on first watch, and then somebody else on second watch.
I think it was Ren and Velkin, and then Velkin and Calder, and then it was
Yes.
Egg and Castus.
All right,
For the last watch. Yeah. So as we're as everybody's settling down to rest, Ren's just gonna sit down next to Velkin and just. So, you were the one that told us that the spell plague was caused by the death of a goddess, right?
Yes, yeah, that is essentially what happened.
Yeah, and is there any way that she was resurrected or something? Because you said also that the blue flames erupting from the ground, that was also from the spell plague.
Mm-hmm.
So if the goddess died and that's how the spell plague started, then what is starting this second spell plague?
Does Falcon know if there's anything that any resurrection that could have happened, if there was rumors of it, anything like that?
Give me a history check.
I'm gonna make my character sheet a little bigger so I can see all my skills. That's a 9 on the dice plus 8.
So 17?
Yeah.
So what exactly are you wondering? If the goddess Mistra was resurrected, or is that the question that's being asked?
Yeah, essentially, was there any rumors of Mistra being resurrected and then dying again to trigger a second spell plague?
So, Mistra herself was assassinated by an evil god named Cyric. Let me make sure that name is correct in my notes, yes. Or Cyric, however you would pronounce it. Cyric. As you know, many gods come back in many different forms. They've been slayed many times and have been resurrected many times over. Mistra herself is said to have returned and re-established the order of magic in the weave of magic. She is the one that currently still controls the weave in today's pantheon, I should say. Whether or not she's been assassinated again, it's hard to tell. But she is to have said to be have been somehow regained power and control of the weave. That is what had essentially ended the first spell plague.
Yeah, so Velkin just kind of thinks over what Ren's asked for a few minutes. She's just quiet and she has that thinking face on. And she says, "Well, I can't say for certain, but Mistra did come back. It was her coming back and regaining control of the weave that ended the first spell plague. Whether or not it's happening again, I'm not entirely certain, but the possibility is there."
Okay, so here's what concerns me. Oh, what's up?
Let me just continue one thing. The event that that they refer to as the end of the spell plague was known as Mistra's Return. So it is officially noted in history as Mistra's Return. It is said that the goddess of magic reconstructed the weave. Though, as you know, that some areas still have lingering effects. But
Okay, so here's what's bothering me. Right, so like the dwarves, like they dug too deep and then stuff came through the gate and it was all crazy and then the spell plague happened and then that's what like crushed the gate. But somehow, and then the Rushi and Zahn got blamed for the spell plague. Well, what if they were blamed for the spell plague because they did cause the spell plague in order to close the gate? And if they caused the spell plague, then who caused the blue flames this time?
Well, it was another god that killed Mistra the first time.
Sure, but how much do you trust the Order?
I mean, they're the reason I'm here. I owe them everything.
I don't know. It just feels like they know the most about the blue flame, and they're the ones that like kind of like it, and they're kind of secretive.
Yeah. Vulcan kind of looks around. Does everybody look like they're sleeping at this point?
please say so as best as they can.
Okay.
I don't know about Isaiah. Did you end up going to bed? I could not remember. I always have to check with you.
This time he's trying to get a rest. How effective it is, we'll find out.
Okay. Seeing that, like, it's probably hard to sleep in here, she's going to message Red. And just kind of talk telepathically with her for the next little bit. She says, I don't know if I've mentioned this. One thing about the Order that always, I don't know, it interested me, but I never really knew much about it, was a type of magic that they use. They knew blood magic. I don't know the correct name for it, but there was more than one occasion when I was on the boat heading over here that I would witness aboard. And a friend of mine, named Indy, hurting themselves, causing lacerations in order to trigger magical effects, powerful magic effects. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it always raised questions, and when I will admit, being a scholar myself, I asked if there was any way I could learn it, because that magic is truly unique. They said it wasn't for me, at least at the time. Very secretive, walled off about it.
Ren says back telepathically, there was a heavily scarred figure in Torsh. And I feel like whatever came through the gate the first time, I feel like that's what we've been fighting. Like, I feel like these monsters and things, like the fucking scar in the cave right before the flames came up, like, I feel like they had to have opened some kind of like weaker version of this gate. I don't know.
Definitely
And
could happen. Yeah.
And then I was just thinking about how like the land floated and then it came back down and then like we found this place and it looks like a huge fucking chunk of land floated and then came back down. Like Elbiter was hit the hardest by the spell plague, but what if the point of it was to destroy this place? And if the point of it was to destroy this place and the Order thinks that that is happening again, what if they're like trying to, what if they've already done it? Like what if they don't trust us to stop whatever's happening here, or what if they're in on what's happening here? I don't know if any of this is helpful right now, but
No,
it's
it's
just on my
honestly,
mind.
it's in the way it's helpful. It's getting the gears rolling up here.
Yeah.
But it's hard because I don't want to say anything bad about the Order. Though my loyalty is specifically to Abaddon and D. Not so much the Order as a whole, since they wouldn't let me join it. At least at the moment.
Did they say why?
I think I never got a clear answer, but my guess is that, I had a lot going on. I had a lot of, how do I say this nicely about myself? Baggage, maybe? So, they thought maybe I should figure out my own stuff first before diving more into the Order. Whether or not it was just that they didn't trust me and didn't want to say that out loud, I don't know. But they are a secretive bunch. That is correct. I was with them on the boat for quite a while. So, and I still didn't learn too much.
Do you know anything about who founded them?
Does she?
Who founded the Order of the Blue Flame?
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
lost
you ever
all my
really
notes.
Yeah, I mean, let me see. Let me just make sure.
I'll be honest, I think I left all my notes in England, so there's no getting them back.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. All going off memory now.
Priority mail.
You can roll me another history check.
That's a better roll. That's a 20. 12 plus 8.
So you know that the Order was originally founded by an elven wizard named Wraith.
Okay.
Until her death.
Does she know how she died?
No, you do not.
Okay. Vulcan kind of like
What you do know with that roll, though, is that while some members of the Order, under her leadership, were interested in studying the effects of the spell plague, others, such as herself, were actually interested in expanding the areas of the spell plague. And there are some in the Order today that still believe in that concept.
What do you mean by that exactly? Like increasing the areas in which magic is
the area in which Chondath and the region that you were in is considered the Plague Lands. And there were many magical effects, chaotic magic, which reigned in effect at the time. People controlling the blue flame for their own sort of power, right? This chaos magic was seen as a resource for some, and as a detriment to others, as it did wipe or spread across the entire Faerun and kill many, many wizards, also driving many, many insane.
Okay. And Wraith was on the side of...
She was interested in expanding the area of the Plague Lands.
So using more of that chaos magic.
Indeed.
Okay. So yeah, Vulcan she'll start talking aloud again. She'll like click her tongue on the roof of her mouth and she'll say, It was founded by an elven woman by the name of Race. She was a wizard. Don't know how she died, but what I do know is that she was expanding the area of the spell plague.
Expanding.
The plague lands, they contain a lot of chaotic magic that could be viewed as a resource to some. And there are still members of the order who follow this lead.
Chaos keeps coming up. Is there a god of chaos or something?
Can I make a religion check?
You sure can.
Yay. I'm not good in religion. Oh, but I rolled a 15.
Neat.
And because I'm smart, I have a +5, so it's a 20.
I mean, there are a lot of deities that are based out of the realm of chaos. What was the total roll?
20.
Loth is one of them.
Is
you
there
could
like
name
a
a list.
specific god of chaos? Like, is there like an overarching, like, when someone thinks of the god of chaos, this is who they think of?
Not really.
Okay.
Though a lot of them consider themselves gods of the chaos realm. There isn't technically a god of chaos. Except one that comes to mind. Sirik, who also
one-
goes by many other names. The Prince of Lies.
That's not the one that killed Mistra, is it?
It is.
It is. Okay, that's what I thought, and then I was like,
The
nah!
The one. The all. The face behind the mask.
Well, there is a long list of gods that consider themselves gods of the Chaos Realm. But if I had to kind of narrow it down to one, Sirik, the one that actually killed Mistra in the first place, would be.
Now, when I say that, I'm not saying he's specifically the only god of chaos that comes to mind. If you were to put to the connection, if you're thinking of the god of chaos that would be connected to your current situation, I mean, his name obviously pops up into your head, is what I mean.
Okay. Based on our current situation, he is the one that I would think about the most, at least in our predicament.
Okay. Ren's gonna be quiet for a second, just thinking about everything. And then her eyes like kind of fall on old man Redrick. And she says to you, do you think we can make him better?
I'm not sure. I'll be completely honest. I'm no cleric. I don't know if this is some type of curse. My only thought was that if I could get my hands, or if Isaiah knows any sort of dispel magic, I could try it. But I have no idea what the fuck happened to him, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
He might just be old now. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it kind of sucks. I mean, considering I don't know the lifespan of half dragons. But I mean, like, if he only aged like 20 years, that's like nothing.
Yeah, to you. It might mean more to whatever he is, or to a half elf, or who knows.
Not gonna say we're pretty superior. I'm kidding.
Well,
But I will take a look at it. When we are not wherever the fuck we are.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
who knows? We could leave this place and it could fix itself, you know? It's... look at Isaiah. We entered here. It fixed itself. We left the opening. We got our memories back. You know, it is a possibility that it might just right itself.
I just wonder if it's I don't know, like if somebody had been stuck down here for like weeks or something, what that could do to them.
I mean, Mizo's alive, and clearly he's been down here for a while.
That's true.
You know, it's hard to say. I mean, the effects don't feel as bad in here, you know, as they did out on the stairs and in the hall. So maybe we are in a sort of idle position for the time being.
Maybe. Rin's just going to kind of fall silent and look a little troubled, and she just takes out the ring that she wears and just plays with it. And that's all she's going to say. Unless you say anything.
Family ring? Vulcan will ask after a little bit.
Yeah, it was my mom's.
Your mom's still around? Or...
No, she got sick when I was little.
I'm
She
sorry
was
to
an
hear
elf. Yeah, she was supposed to outlive me, but
that. That happens, you know?
yeah.
Guessing you had a good relationship with her?
Oh yeah, she was great.
That's
Yeah,
good.
she was good. What about you?
My mom?
Mhm.
Oh, she's a bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's my society. It's very different than here. My mom, she kind of like looks around. You can tell she's trying to figure out how much she should say. My mom was what was known as a den mother, very powerful drow priestesses, you know, stuff like that. And she wanted the most for her daughters. And my sisters, they all became priestesses, and I just, you know, I'm here, so it's not very happy with me.
Rebel child.
Yeah, just a little. She's the one that's married me to Yvonne. So.
Oh, you're married.
Oh, did you not know that?
I don't think I did.
Oh, yes, I am. Kind of. I did flee it, so I thought I mentioned this, but maybe that was to Calder.
Yeah, it must have. It was to Calder. It must have been to Calder.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this. I think it brought up when I said that we were now engaged. You know, just kind of the conversation just kind of flowed. Yes, no, I am married. Kind of gray area. I don't want to be married. I didn't have a choice in the matter. But yeah,
well, you know? Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think I'm here? I mean, not here. You know, I'm technically here with you all because of obligations that I kind of found myself in. Don't get me wrong, though. You're all very nice, and it's, you know, definitely could be traveling with Worth's company. I have. But
I will take that as the highest compliment.
Oh, it is. It is. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And she looks to where Mizo is. Mizo thinks we're going to leave you down here. I did tell him I was going to, but I won't.
By the way, looking at Mizo, he is still attempting to climb the pillar. And he seems, with every attempt, he seems to get a little bit closer. You see him scramble up, jam a knife into the side of the pillar, and then he hangs there for a while until falls and hits the ground, looking up at his knife and cursing.
He really doesn't like you.
Yeah, I don't really care for him either, so that doesn't bother me. But
that's
I never really trusted the little rat anyway, so.
Oh, I adore him. I think he's wonderful.
I think he's a little shit, but he doesn't remember me now, so.
That's fair.
He doesn't. That's fair. Yeah, he has no idea who I am, so maybe we can get off on a better foot.
Doubt it, but it's worth a try.
Yeah.
Well, I am sorry to hear about your mom. So.
Oh, yeah. It's been a long time.
You know, people say it gets easier with time, but which is sometimes the truth, but not always.
I guess I'm just kind of used to it.
It's fine. What do you think she'd say about you being here saving the world from the second
Oh
spell
no,
play?
this is not what she wanted for me at all.
Did want
No,
you to
no,
be an
no.
adventurer?
Probably not. She got mad when my dad taught me coin tricks, so I don't think she'd be super happy about all the other stuff he taught me. And all the skills that I'm using now, I don't think she'd be a fan.
It's fair, but
But
I think she
I-
would be proud in her own way.
Well, I didn't really have a choice in what I'm doing now, and I'm just surviving. And I think she'd want that.
I
So.
understand that. But I know. God, this is gonna be weird. If you ever need to talk about anything, I am here.
I appreciate it. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Of course. And we get some sleep, okay? I'll go wake up the other one.
All right. Have fun flirting.
Oh, thank you. I will. And she'll stand up and shuffle over and kind of like bend down and shake folder.
Yeah, we're gonna lay down.
Good morning.
Oh, fuck you. Push himself up.
I mean, if you want, but
I'm not the time or the place or anything.
Ren's laying down, so you're stuck with me for the next watch.
That's great.
I know, I'm your favorite company, right? Me and what's his name? I can't remember. Me and George Fredrickson III,
Esquire.
Esquire. I don't write that part down, so I always forget it.
Full title, he demands it.
That's fair. Just don't call him Pickle. Yeah.
Exactly. Hates it.
So, I mean, you could sit watch with me, or you could sit watch with George.
Oh. I'll take you over the spider, I think.
Oh my goodness, my heart is so warm. All right, get up, and she'll stand up and offer him a hand.
Sure. Why not? I'll take it.
Vulcan will like stand up, kind of like look around. She's like, other than watching Mizo climb up that pillar and fall down, I think like close to 60 times now, nothing's happened.
Furred that way, I think.
Oh yeah, I was talking to her, and it feels like a little bit of an idle zone here. Goodness, we could use it.
I hope so. You guys check in with each other over the course of watch?
Who, me and Ren?
Yeah.
Yeah, I chatted with her the whole time.
Right, I mean memory-wise.
Oh!
I assume you still remember me, but...
Yeah, I mean, we talked about stuff. We kind of talked a little bit about Mistra, and Ren had a very good theory about maybe Mistra dying again, causing the second spell play, because it was the trigger of the first. So we did talk a bit about that.
Stands to reason, I guess.
I mean, she's definitely got a good... It's weird to say someone has a good brain. I don't know. I take it as a compliment, but I'm a wizard, so... But she does like to think things through, and her theories, they make a lot of sense.
Well, it's good. Need a couple of us with good heads on their shoulders.
Mhm.
We're certainly not all like that. Much more of a doer myself, so good to have
know.
somebody around who thinks things through for me.
That's right. That's right. Good teamwork, right?
Sure.
Well, I was going to take a little walk around. Go check in with Mizo. Make sure he hasn't broken anything.
Go ahead, by all means.
Alright.
Nah.
She'll...
As you shuffle off, I assume I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper from underneath my chainmail and just kind of unfold it and start reading.
Mizo!
What?
How are you doing?
Pissed off!
Why are you pissed off?
Because I can't get to the shinies. I've been
What's
trying
up?
all night.
What was up there again?
It's a large chandelier with these beautifully inlet diamonds, or some sort of crystals, just out of his reach. You can see about 30 or 40 feet up, he managed to clamber and stick a knife in, which he seems he can't attempt, or he can't seem to get back to that position again as he tries and tries again. But yeah,
How high up is it?
the chandelier,
Uh-huh.
probably about 60 feet or so to the lowest point of it.
Falcon's like looking up. She's like, kind of thinking maybe I should have taken the fly spell instead of lightning bolt, but you know, I only stole so much from Redrick.
You can fly?
Not yet, but eventually, yes. But actually,
You're no help to Mizo.
well, fine then. I was going to give you an option, but you know, after that, I don't know if I will.
Turns around quickly.
What do you mean, option?
She'll point to Calder. I think that one can fly. Maybe it's maybe that one or that one, and she'll point to Castus. One of the two.
Well, go tell them they need to help Mizo, or Mizo no help you.
God, oh, why did I even mention this? Okay, Calder, can you fly?
Nope.
Who the fuck can fly then?
Nobody.
No, someone has wings in the party. I just can't remember who.
Ah, see that memory? I told you to check in. Nah, nobody can fly.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Mizo, I was wrong. Maybe when Redrick wakes up, we can get him to throw you, though.
Nobody throws Mizo. Stand back!
Okay, good. Have fun!
And you see him, he steps a few feet back into the center of the chamber and kind of gets down on all fours and begins to... And he takes a full-on sprint. And it's at this point you see him clamber. Once, twice, 3 times, till you see him stop up at the center. And you look up, and he's standing on the knife that he placed in to the center of the pillar.
Mizo no need wings.
You see him look up. He climbs up one more. And then he leaps towards the center of the chandelier.
Vulcan's
60
just
feet.
watching.
He's 60 feet up, and you see him reaching for the chandelier.
Oh my god. Vulcan's like arms crossed watching this happen. Like,
So eventually, he's stuck. You see him grab the bottom of one of the diamonds.
what are you going to do now?
And eventually pulls himself up until he's like sprawled out on these inlet crystals. And you see him begin to tug on one of them.
I'm moving!
Calls down at you.
I didn't think it would.
Now that you notice, whenever he grabs onto the chandelier and climbs up, none of it moves. You think whenever something would grab onto the chandelier, it would at least sway, and the crystals that are inlaid in suspended in air would move a little bit, but none of it moves. It's like he's on a platform on the ceiling.
And it's not moving!
And you see him try to wiggle one of these large insect crystals, and he's struggling to get it.
These
So
are
eventually,
the normal chandelier.
he takes out of his spear and he starts.
I don't think it is either!
I can take some more gold from Redrick instead.
But these are bigger!
You see him just working at it.
Okay, I mean, all the power to you, but if it's not done by morning, where you have to move on.
Mizo, think about it.
You see him
Okay.
work.
Try and get down for breakfast, I guess. Falcon's gonna walk back over to the party. If anything, he is determined, says the Calder. She kind of makes her way back.
He just briefly looks up from the paper he's looking over and kind of nods.
Oh, what you reading? And she's gonna walk over and like bend over to see what he's reading.
He kind of pulls it back a little bit.
What?
something.
What?
It's like a promise, I guess.
Promise for what?
Life.
Like a life motto, a
Like a code
code.
or an oath.
What are you?
What
Fighter?
am I?
A fighter thing? Is it like a, you know? Or is that just the Calder thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's certainly a me thing, I guess. Yeah.
Can I read it?
I haven't even officially like taken the oath yet. I don't know. I also just wrote it yesterday. I'm maybe a little self-conscious. He kind of folds it up a little bit.
Well, I won't judge. I don't judge anything. You know? Least judgmental person you'll ever meet.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Hallelujah. So
I'll hand it over to you. I'll message it to you.
okay. Literally the person I think she can get under the skin the most on this Calder. Oh, colors up. Okay. She's just gonna read it. Just ignore Kate for a second.
Just kind of, I don't know, trying to give myself a guideline. I know what I want to do. And I think following that will help.
What do you... So is she kind of like, she's like looking, like tilts her head a bit. She's like, is it like you want to be a protector? So that's what I'm getting from this?
In part.
In part. I mean, I've definitely read way worse oaths. Way more evil ones too. This is nice.
Oh, okay. It didn't start off sounding like much of a compliment, but you got there.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is she'll fold. No, I didn't mean it that way. I meant it as the whole like this is definitely good aligned. You know, it's good to see.
Trying to be.
That's fair. She'll fold it up and hand it back. It's well written. Are you sure you want to? I don't know. Define yourself by a few set of words, though.
These words, yes, I think. I mean, I'm more than that, obviously, but it's a path. It's
Does it help with making decisions?
more or less. Hopefully keep me from making the wrong ones.
It's
Made
fair.
too many of those already.
You know, I don't know if it's maybe just my age speaking here, but I think there are bad decisions, definitely. But I think everything happens for a reason. You wouldn't be who you are today, nor would you be making this oath that you want to make, had you not made those decisions. You know?
Maybe. Or maybe I would have made it sooner and avoided some of that shit.
I don't
It's
know.
all unknowns.
It's fair. Either way, if you want help, I'm always here and can remind you in moments of uncertainty what you want.
You can remind me what I want.
Yeah, and now I know that your oath, and I'll keep that one line in mind. The justice and good above all. I see you hesitating. can remind you.
I'd appreciate that.
Teamwork, you know?
Yeah, teamwork.
Now, can I sit on your lap? I don't want to sit on the ground.
I think it's actually time to wake up Egg and Castus. He stands up.
Okay. Oh, you wake them up. I'm going to bed. And she's going to turn around and I probably like where Calder was sleeping, curl up right beside it.
Hey, which one's Castus again? He points to Redrick and Castus.
He points to Redrick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He kicks Redrick awake and then goes and wakes up Eggball.
What?
Egg Castus third watch.
Wait, oh, that's Redrick.
That's Redrick.
Yeah, that's Castus.
He
You
looks back
sure?
at Belkin. You're terrible. You're just the worst.
You just hear a laugh as she kind of like curls up on her side.
He looks at Redrick. Go back to sleep, Gramps. And he goes over and wakes up Castus.
I'll like stretch out, like stretch my back out.
You just hear like a series of cracking.
Yeah.
Crack.
You old son of a bitch.
Floor sucks.
You'll get used to it.
I want to get used to it. I want to get out of here and sleep on the floor of the outside at least. This gold floor is just not doing it for me.
Yeah,
Great.
fun. Calder goes and where Belkin has laid down like right next to his spot. He lays down the same spot, but just like to the edge a little bit.
Lean over to kind of lean into Eggball and say, "They kind of look like a cute couple, don't you think?"
I heard that.
You're
Didn't say it
supposed to be
quietly.
asleep.
I heard it too, and I agree. And she like gives like when Mac gives the or when Calder gives the thumbs up, or the flip off.
It's not a thumbs up.
She gives a thumbs up.
Go to
Sleep. Oh, how you feeling, Egg?
I still don't know who that is.
It's Calder. He's our friend. He clearly is having some memory issues like you, but well, most everyone. But he's good. You can trust him. He may do some things that might kind of freak you out a little bit, but he's a good guy.
Okay. I'll just kind of whisper to you. I can see it. Just move back. Oh shit! What the?
Do that again.
Is that what you meant? Is that what you meant?
That's what it meant.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Reminds me of that hamster gif. The dramatic hamster.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Are you doing okay? Everything good up there?
Yeah, I think Falcon and I are the only ones who haven't suffered some sort of memory loss.
Okay.
Maybe Red, I'm not sure, but I know Falcon and I've been pretty I've been pretty even keel in terms of remembering things, for better or worse.
Okay. I guess DM, just to check, I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm gonna go silent for a second, and I'm just gonna think back to like my tribe and just make sure that like I remember my father, I remember my mother, I remember everybody else from there,
Must be nice.
and I at least what was it? I remember Adlith. Just people and things that I find important.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, I had to ask.
Don't poke the bear. We don't have to.
Okay, it's okay. 17.
You're okay? And yes, you do.
Okay.
Easily
Okay.
enough. You remember faces, locations, names, people.
Okay. Where's the Where's the little one? Where'd he go? Go look back at the one pillar he was trying to make his way up on.
How do I? Is he still up there? Can we see him?
Yes, but give me a perception check.
Okay.
good.
Let's do this one. Ooh, that's bad. That's a 7. No, wait, no. That's a 4.
Perfect.
Hey. Where is it? That's a 21.
So you see him up there, but he's leaning and sitting up against one of the crystals. Something also is odd. You see a crystal loosened, suspended in midair. Just released from its round housing. You see it just held by nothing.
How did you get up there? How did you do that?
He's not answering you.
Guess I'll realize.
You
Oh
up
wait,
there?
hold on. People are sleeping. Oh yeah, he's. Yeah, I'll just kind of point to the chandelier. It looks like he got one of the gems loose, but it's like stuck in there as if we were still in the hallway.
Oh, let's go make sure he's not dead. No, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
over there. I'm gonna walk over there.
It will wander.
Look at it. Mizo! You alright up there?
You need any help?
No, Mizo's trying to sleep with shinies.
You hear me yell
Oh.
down.
Okay.
You also see, as you get closer, and pretty much underneath the chandelier at this point, his spear, suspended horizontally in midair, sort of just a little bit a ways away from the crystal itself.
Huh. What's the chandelier suspended by the way?
A large golden chain that goes the whole way up to
Okay.
the ceiling.
Okay.
But it's probably
And-
about
Huh.
5 feet or so beneath the chandelier where the crystal and Mizo's spear lay suspended.
And the chain, it goes all the way up to the ceiling and is actually like attached.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, he seems fine, I guess. We'll get him when we leave, but he's not hurting anyone or himself right now, so I think he's fine.
Probably be careful walking under it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll make sure to point that out, but we have plenty of space to avoid it, because we're in this perpetual hell of nothingness right here.
And I'm sorry, how far down does the hall that we're in go? With the space?
You can't see the end.
Oh,
It kind of
shit.
almost gives this optical illusion that there's like a hill. You can see the horizon of the floor, but you don't really see the end of the hall.
Round Earth theory.
And it's 800 feet radius, so it's 1,600 feet the entire diameter.
Yes. You see to your left a very similar oak door as the one that's on the right.
Oh. Miss home. This place
What if-
sucks.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Hell. One of the hells. A hell. Something adjacent to hell. Whatever it is. Stuck. Only way out is forward, and God knows how that is. But I guess as long as none of us age anymore, or lose any more of our memories, or get stuck in a memory loop, I think we'll be okay.
I think we'll be fine. Things just always seem weird.
Yeah. But everything's going okay with you. I mean, you kind of went quiet for a couple minutes, just collecting your thoughts, making sure you remember everything.
Yeah, if old man Redrick had forgotten things, I didn't wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything either.
Okay, pop quiz. Tell me about your mom.
She's nice. She's kind. She knows how to cook. She taught me how to cook. She's strong. Yeah. She's still alive.
Okay, that's good. And your father was a hunter, and he fortunately passed away due to a dragon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and you have your clan, and you're still on good terms with them? I don't really know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everything's fine. It's not like that I was, like, kicked out or, banished. I think that's the word. I chose to live. I chose to leave.
Welcome to my world.
I just wanted to, I already know. I feel like I already know a lot, but I wanted to know more.
Okay.
Maybe expand. Try to teach my mom something for once. So, but yeah, everything's okay.
That's good. I'm glad everything is going well.
I still remember Adlith. The
Yes.
trip. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you think Isaiah's gonna be okay? Because he seemed. I don't even know the word.
I think in his case, okay is going to be a relative thing. Will he be functional? Yes. I think once he gets into the swing of his tinkering and kind of just moving about, I think he'll be fine. In terms of emotionally stable, that's a question mark. But all we can do is just kind of help him as best we can. I don't know what exactly it was like for him, but I can only imagine it being a nightmare.
Sorry if I'm not saying much. I don't know if it's just having to have been inside for so long. I just don't. I feel very uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Well, I think this place is built to make you uncomfortable because I know you probably like to be outdoors, be among the trees and the stars.
I like to know where the sun is. I like to know. I like to feel the air. Some type of change. I don't know.
Oh, we get change in here. It just comes jarringly and awfully.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, well, you don't need to apologize for feeling uncomfortable. I think all of us are a little worn at this point. I'm just gonna kind of why don't you head back to the others, make sure everyone's all right. I'm just gonna do I guess take a look around, and I'm gonna do a lap to the one door, look at it, and do a lap to the other door that we were already at, and kind of just check things out. While I'm doing that, kind of by myself, making sure Egg's out of earshot, which is not hard. I'm just gonna kind of mutter to myself, right, Ethan. Oh, you probably can't hear me, or that whatever friend is could really use some guidance right about now. We are knee deep in shit and just getting deeper. Anything would be great. And as I do it, I'm just gonna head down to the door and just the other door and just kind of just do an investigation to take a look at it, see if
Give me an
there's anything
investigation
unique.
check.
I suck at investigation, so let's roll this dice.
This is the new door, correct?
Let's see. My investigation, I believe, has a negative number.
Yes.
Investigation. Yeah, that is a 13.
13 with a 13. This is a very large oak wooden door, and it has the very same grooves as the other one does in the ground. It looks like this door is either on wheels or some sort of mechanism that would help it guide its way as it's opened. As you're kind of looking at it, and you turn around, realizing it's very similar to the one on the other side, you hear, "Oh!" You turn and look at Mizo. He's laying flat, suspended in air. His face kind of.
I was gonna say if I'm gonna hear that, I'll also like look over and see him up. Are you okay?
See him like slowly get up to his feet.
Mizo can fly! Stupid man
Wait a
with no
second.
wings!
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do like a little like jog over and just sort of like stand under him. How are you doing that? What'd you do?
Mizo fell.
Well, I can see that, but how are you in air?
Mizo special.
I'm gonna
I already
walk
knew
on
that.
over and join Egg and Mizo and kind of. Hi. I'm not gonna aim at Mizo. I'm gonna aim near Mizo, and I'm going to cast. Whip out my gun, but magic sigils are going to kind of appear around it, and I'm going to cast Firebolt at that area. See if it hits anything.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Okay. Is going to be that's bad. But granted, I'm aiming at nothing, so that is an 8.
With an 8, you point your pistol up, and you can see these magical runes begin to glow a bright blue, and then all of a sudden, the firebolt shoots out of the tip of the gun, and it hits just below Mizo. And you see it puck and spread against something underneath him. As the firebolt kind of diminishes, you see Mizo.
What the hell are you doing?
And as he gets spooked, he walks a couple feet back, and you see him fall. As
I'm
he
gonna
hits
go.
Something. Before he hits the ground. What he hit, you're not sure, but you can tell that as he was falling, he was hitting things until he hit the ground.
Oh,
I'm
gonna go walk over the Mizo.
Yeah, same. And I'm actually gonna more focus on where it looked like he last hit a surface.
I want to do that too, but first I want to make sure Mizo's not dead. Is he alive?
Yeah, you see him lying there. He's just a little bit of blood streaking out of his mouth.
Ugh. Why did you have to shoot me?
I didn't shoot you. I shoot near you.
You shot me and now I can't fly.
Sure.
Oh, hold on.
Are you dead?
Go get the shiny.
All right. And I wanna kind of feel to where he kind of just feel out and see if I touch anything kind of
Okay.
in
Investigation
arm's
check.
reach.
I'd like to do the same.
Sure.
Oh, that's good. 17.
17.
Natural 20 for a
Natural
22
20.
total.
22 total. So you begin to go back to where you think Mizo had last hit, and it was probably about 6 feet or so. So you're kind of reaching around to see if you could feel a wall or a platform. And as you do, nothing.
All right.
I guess
let's.
I'm gonna have like my hands sort of like raised, but like I'm going to where I'm at. I'm gonna try to like jump up, and then once I reach, I guess like the full height of the jump, like the apex, I'm gonna like tap my hands down, just to see if like I feel a surface or hit a surface.
Okay. You feel something before you slip. Kind of land on the ground.
There's something there. Hold on.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go and try again, but
All
instead
right.
try to grab onto whatever ledge.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a 22 total. Right?
22.
Yeah.
You jump up. You see Egg, Cassis, grab onto some invisible barrier ledge, and you
Ah,
pull yourself up. And you're standing in midair.
you've got to be kidding me.
I told you this just
Okay.
gets weirder and weirder.
It sure does. Let's see. What can we? Okay. Gonna catch me. I'm gonna try to jump up and see if he can kind of take my hand.
Yeah, and then, so then I guess I'll quickly get down on one knee and try to bring my arm down and catch him.
Sure. Give me another athletics check to see if you can grab him and pull him up. Both of you to see if you can even get the height, Cassis.
I'm so good with athletics.
You can make
Ooh!
acrobatics too if you want to.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's
Natural
not much
one
work,
won't
I just
help it.
rolled
Okay.
Shit. No, it was close though. It's an 8. No, it's an 8.
And I got a 17.
17. You see Cassis do a little jump. Barely a 3-foot vertical before you reach down and you grab him by his wrist and you yank him
God,
up. Next to you.
You need to practice on your. You need to practice on your jumps.
Well, I don't typically jump. I'm more of a sprinter in that. Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna kind of run my hand along the edge to see exactly how large this platform is.
Okay. Another investigation check.
Why do I insist on being this person? Ooh,
That's
that's a 4.
With a 4. I mean, you get to the point wherever you get to the edge that you think you're brought up from, and your hand falls. But it's so hard to tell, and you're nervous about falling at this point.
Sure.
I'm gonna. I want to see if I have to hop.
Both of you
fuck
now
it.
stand side by side in the middle of the air. If anyone were to look at you, it looked like you were hovering.
I'm gonna take out my water skin and uncork it, and I'm gonna pour a bit of water on the surface that we're on, and then see, try to see then to gauge the size of the platform for, like if when the water spreads and falls off the sides.
Okay. All right. So you pour a little bit of water. You take your skin out and you pour a little bit of water, and you see it puddle beneath your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And it sits there. It's probably about 1 or 2 feet beneath you. You need a lot more water, or at least you can't just pour a little bit. You'd have to pour a lot more.
Okay, then I'll pour more. I just don't want to have to empty my
I'll
water
help.
skin
I'll
to
use
run
some
out.
of my water too to help kind of even
Okay.
that out. So I'll use some of my water skin.
I just don't know when we're gonna get more water.
So Eggval empties his water skin. Cassis uses what, like half?
Yeah.
Okay. The water begins to spread and spread and spread before it begins to trickle off. You see it kind of go over this invisible edge, begin to pour off the edge and hit the ground. The slight sound of a trickle as it hits the golden floor beneath you. The platform itself is probably 5 feet in width from end to end. You're not too
It's
sure
decent
this
size.
way, because really the way the water seemed to travel was on, yes, that way.
How high is the ceiling?
From this point? About 80 feet or so. Maybe it's hard to judge.
And how are
Okay.
we off the ground at this moment?
About 7 or 8.
Oh, this place is filled with invisible platforms. Why is this filled with invisible platforms?
Invisible.
Invisible.
It's filled with invisible.
I'm trying to remember. All right. Well, then I guess for me not to really slip around and stuff, I'm just gonna kind of push some of the water on the platform, just like not the sides that they went over, but just over to the other ends where it didn't go over yet, just to like not be so slippery. And from the spot that then Miso had fell from onto this one, I'm gonna try to see if I can then find the next one, and if possible,
Okay.
just kind of see if I can maybe do that all the way till.
I'm gonna try something.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
According to the light cantrip, I can touch an object that's no larger than 10 feet in either dimension. So if it's 5 feet one way, I'll then determine how wide it is. I'm gonna try to cast light on this space where I'm standing right now.
Okay. So you cast light just on the space, the air that you now stand on. You see it illuminate underneath your feet. Kind of almost in the moment when you're looking down and it hits the gold and it shines right back in your eye. It's like whenever the sun reflects off a piece of metal and it gets right into your eye. Kind of shield your eye for a moment. And then you see the light kind of run from behind you and up the side of a pillar. The pillar beside you is no more than probably 3 or 4 feet beside you. You could almost reach out and touch it if you walked a little bit. So the other direction is no more than 3 or 4 feet in width. So you're not standing on a very, very large platform at the moment.
Now it's fully visible. Blinding, but visible.
Does the platform? I guess before now with that, does the platform look like it has one? Does it look like it curves, or is it just
An
straight
angle to
edges?
it, Ardo?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to tell because whenever the light, if you were looking at the light that you had cast on it, it looks like just a glowing light is sitting in the middle of the air. And the light kind of expands outward to a point. It's not like whenever it gets off the platform, the light dissipates. It still kind of shines bright. So it's hard to tell if the light doesn't drop off on the edge of the platforms, right? It would continue on. So it's hard to tell.
Okay.
All right.
It
Well, then I
doesn't
guess
cause the other, or the platform itself, or the other platforms to shimmer in any way.
Well, then I guess
All right.
I'm gonna try to see if I can find the next one. Maybe make my way back up to wherever up there is.
Okay, roll me another investigation check.
I have a question. So it's a very fickle question in terms of long rest. If I were to use an ability that resets on a long rest right now, because technically we're in a long rest, the time the long rest for everyone ends, would that reset or would that be spent
It would
until
be
my
spent.
next long rest?
It
Okay,
would
that's
be
what I
spent.
figured. I just wanted to double check. So instead, I'm just going to. I actually have a whip on me that I've never used. I'm just start whipping the air. It has,
Okay,
has
make
a
me
reach
an
of
attack
10
roll.
feet.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Ends up having
We're all
a whip
over
me
there
in the
sleeping.
chest.
Cass is just.
Okay,
Playing Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
that is a 22.
What did you roll, Eggball?
You said investigation?
Yes, sir.
That is a 19.
Even with a 19, you begin to reach out. You kind of get to the edge of the platform where you think like you're probably getting close to the edge. You can see a little bit of the water still left, slowly dripping off the edge, and you begin to reach, and you jump a few times to see if you can feel anything, and you don't. The 22, though, the whip, you hear, finally, just above Eggval's head, but a little bit to the right, you whip, and you hear it make impact. The very tip of the whip, you feel it hit something. Oh, I hit something.
A point in that area. I was like, yep, there. I think that's a space right there.
Okay. And then I'll shift over and try again.
Okay. Just to let you know, from your distance, from where you are now to where that would be, it'd be 10 feet. So I would require an athletics check from you.
Oh, and then so would it be a jump straight up, or would it be sort of like
It's angled. It's angled from you.
Okay.
So if I'm just looking straight, it would be up and to my right.
Okay, I was going not too high up. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
I can take it.
D6 for every 10 feet. It's fine.
That's another natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah, so for 26 total, you said athletics.
Okay. So you leap. You grab on to a ledge. But you begin to. So you begin to fall,
Okay.
but at the last moment, you grab on, and all of you here. Well, not everyone that's sleeping, but Cassis and Mizo here. As something large and impactful hits the ground.
Ooh.
But you're holding on to the air at the moment, and you pull
Are you
yourself
okay?
up.
I'm fine.
He now stands about 10 feet above you.
Okay.
I think something fell on the floor.
How close are you to the chandelier?
I'll look up.
Probably about 15 feet or so.
Oh God.
Maybe if I could find one more, I might be able to grab on the chandelier.
All right. Do I try to work my way up there?
You see Mizo
suck at
beneath you.
jumping.
You see Mizo beneath you running around where the things would have made impact, and you see him kind of brushing against the ground, like kicking.
Feel nothing.
Feel anything down there?
No.
I'm gonna get on my knees and start and just put like my hands against this platform and just sort of rub my hands against it forward and see if I can feel anything missing on the surface, or if there's like a divot of what there's supposed to be something there, like the piece that fell off.
You begin to feel where you stand, and it doesn't feel like anything had fallen where you now stand. It feels what I was trying to explain is whenever you grabbed onto the initial ledge, it broke and it had fallen to the ground, and then you reached back up and you re-grabbed it before you fell with whatever you grabbed onto initially.
Oh yeah, so then do I feel like there's anything missing? So like if I find the ledge, do I feel like there's anything missing from it, like a piece? Or is it just...
It's hard to tell. There's a ledge,
Okay.
and then you get to a point where your hand just kind of falls.
Okay. Cool.
Mizo, can you do me a favor?
What?
You go get some rope over by the others. Get some rope and
No,
bring it
I'm
on
looking
over.
for shinies.
I'll
We're
give
helping
I'll-
you get your shinies if you
You
get the rope.
shot me, and I can no longer fly.
I did
Shut
not
up.
shoot you.
And
Hold
now
on,
you can
hold on.
fly. You're flying, and Mizo's not.
Well,
Will they
Mizo,
come up here?
hold on.
No.
Mizo, I can fly higher. I can get you your shiny. If you
I
grab
can
rope,
tell.
I
big
can get
baby
you
man.
shiny. So you do remember my name.
I don't know your name. You just speak like Big Baby.
Oh, that's smart. But if you get rope, I'll get you shiny.
Liar.
I'm higher than
Promise.
you.
Persuasion check. Not with advantage. With disadvantage,
You do
actually.
remember my name.
With disadvantage.
Yes, sir.
Well, that first roll's is a natural one, so I'm not gonna roll the second one.
Hmm.
Stupid Big Baby man. Thinks he's all tough. He can fly when Mizo cannot.
You see him go back to
Mizo, do you,
circle.
That
you see what
shiny
I'm
is mine.
standing on? It's a glowing platform. Hop up here, and we can help you get your shinies.
Mizo's tired of talking to you, flying man.
All right.
Oh.
All right, Egg, prepare yourself because this might hurt me. I'm gonna try to hop up there and join Egg on his platform.
It's
Athletics
further.
check.
It's further than higher than you think.
Okay. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Ooh, that's not
Good
terrible.
position.
14.
14. You leap up.
Could be worse.
And you just fall.
Oh shit!
I told you it was further.
And you smash into the ground next to Mizo.
Oh.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damages. Boom.
Oh.
I thought you could fly. Looks like you can't.
How close is he to me right now?
It's probably a couple feet away.
I cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
We're fucking fry him.
It's not gonna kill him. It doesn't do much, but I want him to.
Does that require a saving throw?
He's a kobold, man.
No, I have to touch him.
Well, I mean, then again, though. Well,
Aw,
I would say,
damn
then
it.
again, when we did fight Miso, he did take a good few hits.
It's only a 7. I miss.
We
That-
beat him like
that misses.
once.
As you reach out, you can see that
I don't like
the sparks begin to form in your hand. And Mizo smacks your hand with the spear. And it kind of smacks it to the ground. He backs up.
Stupid lightning flying man.
You've become Zeus.
Ow. Okay. Well, Egg, you're kind of on your own.
Well, hold on. So, okay, well, if you're already down there, could you get rope and then try to toss it up to me? I have an idea.
I will get rope. I can't guarantee I'll get it up to you, but I will get rope. I'll walk on over.
We'll work it out.
I will go to my pack. I have about 30 feet of rope.
You get the rope and you take it back to Egg Ball.
All right, what's your plan?
So, do you have a knife or something heavy?
I do have a dagger, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so tie the end of the rope to the dagger and like swing it and just toss it up to me.
Great idea.
This is great. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm
Listen,
tying
if
the
I
rope.
either catch it, get stabbed with it, it's still coming up to me either way.
What's funny is
I was-
probably the dagger probably weighs less than the rope if you think about like realistic rope. But anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm tying, and I know how to tie knots. I worked on a boat for a couple months.
Sure.
And
Okay.
throw it.
The knot
Strength
is the
check.
problem. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
straight-
Actually, just make it
straight-
athletic. Just make it athletics.
Thank Christ. Okay.
It makes it easy for him to throw.
I can't roll. It is a 10.
10. You throw it. Ding, 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 ding.
Not Ren. I'm sorry. I shoot things. I'm not Ren.
Hmm. All right.
How long to the long rest are we? I might have to go wake up people.
Well, yeah. So that's what I was thinking. So,
It's been like the longest 3 watches ever.
maybe.
You can wake people up an hour earlier.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
if you want to wake someone up, you can. But if anything, I think I'll just stay up here and wait till everyone wakes up.
Stay put, and the block, the one platform still glows for like an hour. So I'm gonna go over and wake up. Ren's been asleep the longest. I'm gonna wake her up.
Mm.
Hey,
Already? What's up? Huh?
I got a magic trick I'm gonna show you. Come here.
Okay.
I'll probably
Kind of
would've just
groggy.
sat down- probably just sat down cross-legged, just watching.
I kind of take you. I kind of put my hand around your shoulder, kind of guide you over, and said, "Ta-da!"
Hi.
And point up to Egg.
Only big
what-
baby man can fly now. This one shot
Huh.
Mizo.
I
Oh,
didn't shoot you.
well, it looks like you survived.
Look,
See a little bit of a scratch on him.
he shot me.
Oh,
He fell.
goodness.
It's different. It's different.
Liar.
I'm sure he's sorry. What the hell is this?
So look over there, and I point at the glowing platform. Apparently,
Oh, yeah.
this room has these.
So, Mizo was trying to get the chandelier, and then I'm just
Mizo
gonna
was
point
at Chandelier.
you. Oh yes,
And you
I was
fell.
getting to that. So he got to chandelier, and
Mizo gently glided down.
I'm sure you were very graceful.
he took out one of the gems, and both it and his spear is just sitting in the sky.
He grabbed his
All right.
spear before he fell, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He has
So
Just the gem
His-
is up there now.
So
Thank you.
now, seeing now that there are invisible platforms leading up to this fucking chandelier, is there any sort of like pattern that means anything that we can see in it? In the chandelier
2
itself,
points of-
or
2 points.
Give me a perception check. In the chandelier itself, you asked?
yeah, like the crystals and the diamonds, like is there anything that looks out of place? Is there any sort of pattern?
Sure.
Any sort of like mechanisms possibly? Ugh, you said perception?
Mhm.
10.
You do not see. You can see as you look up, though, one of the round facets, which this large diamond now sits vertical in one of the platforms,
Yeah.
is empty. You can see the gem itself just standing straight up in the middle of the air.
Okay. Well, this is super interesting. But what exactly is the point of going up there?
Mizo can get his shinies. These two
Ignoring
volunteered to
that,
help Mizo.
we're more curious as to why there are invisible platforms in an endless hallway.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty fucking curious about that too.
They're lying.
Maybe
They stole Mizo's power to fly.
maybe it leads not to Chandelier, but to somewhere else.
But
I
if this
don't
is
know.
these are invisible steps. There could be a hidden door somewhere.
Yeah, a hidden door, like maybe some mechanism to open the doors, the big fucking doors that we've already seen.
Oh,
Ah.
so sorry. So main reason why we woke you up.
Yeah.
Can you we cast this tied
Yeah.
dagger to a rope? Could you
Very
toss it up to me?
sheepishly get that rope and hand it. Like I don't throw things very well.
Okay.
I figure a dagger would be easier than the entire rope.
Look at this one's arm. Neither can she. Give it to Mizo. I'll get it up there.
There you go, Ren.
Ren's just like, no, I'm weak. Remember, I'm very, very weak. Sure, here you go, Mizo. You try.
I'm gonna love it.
Stupid non-flying peoples. Watch Mizo work.
You
see
can't
him?
fly either.
He looks at it and he looks back up at you. And you see him walk over to the pillar. He's gonna attempt to climb it and land on the platform that you guys were on initially. She easily does. You see him with one claw and the dagger. Climb up. Yeah. Looks down at you. Sticks his little tongue out.
I'm still
No.
higher.
Not that much higher.
Is he gonna try to toss it to you standing on this platform?
Mhm.
Natural 20.
Shit.
It's Mizo.
So
It goes over your head. Eggball. It lands. About 3 feet next to you. The rope now suspended at an angle from where Mizo stands to where you are.
you
It's
want to
kinda
come
li-
up with me? And what is it? And then I'll walk over and I'm just gonna put stand on top of the rope with both of my feet on it. Just be careful of the other end. It's not taut.
Mizo's not dumb. You let the rope go, Mizo fall.
Why would I do that? You want shiny, right? You get higher, you get the shiny. I helped you try to get shiny earlier.
Put on the rope.
You
Like-
said it's like almost time for the rest time to end, right?
Everyone is probably stirring at this point.
Yeah, Ren's gonna go back to the
Okay.
group and start waking people up.
All right, then I guess I'll pick up the rope, try to untie it. Yeah. I'll take off the dagger and then I'll just quickly tie it like around my waist.
Okay. So Mizo grabs the other end of the rope.
He goes, okay. Here we go.
Go
He
ahead.
steps
And
off the ledge.
I'll keep my hands on the rope just to make sure.
And then he steps off the edge. Whoa! He's now looking down. It's probably only about 7 feet or so. He looks like he's petrified.
You're
Oh,
okay.
stop. Come back.
Yeah.
You're good. Almost there.
You can tell he's struggling.
Come on.
He scrambles on and stands next to you.
See, I didn't let go. You're okay.
Told you.
Yells at all of you down there.
Yes, I'm very impressed with you. And
Thank you,
please
big
wake
baby
everyone
man.
up. Hurry.
Yeah, Ren's
Of
leading
course.
everybody back, and she's like, "So anyway, there's like fucking platforms. I guess they're invisible.
Good
Mizo's
morning.
playing on them.
Good morning.
Egg.
What in Sam hell are we doing here?
What in Sam hell?
I point up. I just point up.
Baby man. Before the
Right.
other ones come over and ruin our fun, take knife, toss it up in chandelier. Maybe it'll get caught. And then Mizo can climb and get shiny.
Good idea. Okay. And then I'll tie the rope back to the knife and then just sort of just like you feel the weight, toss it around a couple times, and then just woof.
Athletics check.
Please don't stab me.
Okay.
This is the most this knife has ever been used.
You said athletics?
Yeah.
That's an 11.
11. You see it. It lands on the chandelier. But it doesn't seem to wrap itself around anything. It now kind of sits oblong.
Hmm.
I lean
It's
over to
not
Ren.
tied.
This is very interesting, but why? What's the point?
It's
I'm
going
not
back
sure.
to-
I mean, there might be a point, but it's a big fucking hall, and I don't know if that's our strongest lead.
Kind of what I'm thinking.
It's interesting, for sure,
Very.
Wait,
Um.
I know. Even smarter idea.
You look up,
Hmm.
and you can see that the gem's probably about 6 feet above you. The chandelier, another, 7 or 8 above that.
You want me to throw you up?
Oh, let me get on your shoulders, dummy.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead. Oh.
Kneel
Oh.
down.
All right, fine. And instead of kneeling down, I'm just gonna like grab like the back of like his shirt and his scruff and just pick him up and what? Yeah, and just kind of like position him on my shoulders until he stands.
Ugh. Ugh.
You're good. You're okay.
Begin to fill up. You can see him tap something.
Move back a little.
Okay, and I'm just to make sure he doesn't fall. I'm just gonna grab the back of his shirt and take a couple slow steps back.
You
And
take
then
a
let
couple
go.
slow steps back, and you can see Mizos keep his hands. And luckily you do, because you feel your foot just over the edge,
Perfect.
That's what I was afraid of.
and you see him
And then
climbs up. Now he's standing above you, about 5 feet or so. And he gets the gem, rocks it back and forth a couple times.
Yes! Catch!
And he tosses it down to you.
oh,
It's not that far. It's pretty easy and big enough to catch. You can catch.
Set it on the ground and catch Miso.
well,
Catch Miso!
oh,
Jumps down. You try
okay.
to
I
catch
guess.
him?
I guess. Yeah. I guess I'll just drop the gem just to like where it lands between my feet, and then immediately just like get up to try to catch him.
Falls down. If you try to catch him, he's easy and light enough that he just falls right into your
Yeah.
arms.
Like,
Thank you. Get off me.
welcome.
He scrambles
You
down,
get off me.
grabs the gem.
Well, how you getting down now?
Same way you are.
Well, I'm going up.
Oh, I'm going down. Miso got shiny. Have fun.
Good luck getting down, I guess.
See him,
Do
he
you
grabs
need
the rope.
help?
He
No.
yanks it, and the knife falls.
Okay.
Tink, 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 tink. And it lands near you guys.
Hold on to this.
So you do need my help.
Hold on to rope.
Password.
No.
Good enough.
Have fun up there.
And he slides down the rope. Until he finds his purchase.
Say,
Next to
drop
the rest of
rope.
you. Next to the rest of you as you reconvene.
What is it? I'm just gonna pull up the rope and then just sort of like recoil it. And I haven't moved from like my spot. I've just been standing the same, just so I know where the ledge is. And I'll just kind of stay there for the moment.
When I wake up, I'm probably just like, yeah, I'm up, and then just like kind of like sit there and just like remember what's going on and try and see if I can remember anything.
Okay.
This
Wisdom
morning.
saving throw.
Is the long rest successful in
It
general,
is.
by the way?
Yes, it is. You have all
Cool.
successfully taken a long rest.
Yay.
Cool.
Those of us who have forgotten, remember?
Are you trying to remember?
Not actively.
Okay.
I got a 15.
You are in the same state as you were.
Okay. I'll probably sit there
Bummer.
for a while, just like thinking and trying to remember anything, but just like shake it off and like follow the group after a bit.
As everybody, I will say, Isaiah, when he got up, was startled and put his back against the wall and is still sitting there. Just
Ren would have been the one to wake you up, so she would have like been super gentle. And if you're just still sitting there, she's in front of you. Just, you okay, bud? We gotta get moving soon. After a second, you're gonna hear in your mind, I'm gonna make a connection to you, to Velkin, and to Red. And you're gonna hear in your mind, hey, you're safe, you're with us. That's gonna last for 3 hours.
Three hours, you said?
Yeah.
I was with you then. Too.
But I'm in your mind now. I'll stay in your mind. I won't leave you alone. You can hear me, right? You can hear me and I can hear you. I'm right here. When this connection runs out, I'll make another one. I won't leave you alone, okay?
It's gonna get worse, isn't it?
What did you say?
It's gonna get worse, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect, but something tells me it's not going to be worse than what you've already been through. She's going to like reach out and grab your hands. Like, but you're here now.
At this point, you hear the clinking of metal on metal as a large ape comes and sits next to Isaiah.
I just kind of look at Ook. Is he like, how's his flame? How's his face? Anything different?
He stares outward towards, just as he normally does. He doesn't seem to be making eye contact with you, but he just sits next to Isaiah and stares outward, almost like he's in a ready demeanor. But go ahead and give me a general investigation check. Just make it an investigation check.
Oh, ooh, nice. And I believe I have a +8. Yeah, so 25 total.
25 total. It does seem a little bit different. His eyes glow. The same blue as normal. Then you notice a flicker out of some of the gaps in between his steel plate armor that Isaiah had crafted. Blue. Almost underneath the neck, too, you can see it kind of flashing every once in a while. The flame isn't actually ejecting out of the spaces, but it seems like it is brighter. You wouldn't know unless you opened up his chest cavity that whether it is actually a brighter flame, but you can see it almost every once in a while through small cracks and spaces within Ook.
Is there any kind of rhythm or pattern to it?
Not really. Seems to come every once in a while.
Ren's gonna like give your hand a little squeeze and be like, this is still all telepathically. You're Book's over here. Your good dream, remember? Take a look at him. There's his flame. I think it's brighter.
Somebody should be doing better. And he'll turn around on his knees to face Ook and sort of open him up the way he would to start working.
Okay. So you open Ook's chest cavity, and all of a sudden, blue flame almost like catches you on fire to the point where you have to back up. It's the flame is just so hot, and it kind of emerges from. And at one point, Ook is almost completely immersed by flame as it kind of begins to crawl up his body and all around him. And eventually, as the air kind of hits the flame, it seems to cease, but it's definitely hotter and brighter. You can barely even see the stone that was placed inside his chest beyond the flame. So when you opened it, it kind of initially released as if you would open a furnace, and it kind of went all over him until the flame eventually simmered to the point where you can just see a hot fire burning within him.
Like the backdraft with that first initial burst
Exactly.
of oxygen. Yep. Oh, fuck.
What does that mean?
Well, somebody's feeling better. And out loud, he'll go and put a hand on Ook's shoulder.
You hear a rumble, all of you,
Oh,
somewhere
shit.
distant. But it was brief.
Can we
That
tell
was
if it had
weird.
any kind of
Yeah.
directionality
Yeah.
to it?
Perception check.
And then question, since though I'm on the platform, I felt it too.
You felt it almost vibrate
18.
underneath your feet. Up.
Up.
That's about as best as you can gauge in this large of a space.
Big direction up.
Well, if you're looking just down the long hall, facing from the door that you guys initially came from, up and to the left.
Okay. I'll kind of point that way.
It almost resembled something made impact with something else. Like it was that brief. That was it.
You all feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even from up here.
You think that's where we need to go?
That's
More earth moving. Like with the first explosion.
Maybe.
oh, from Ook.
Y'all done fucking about up there yet?
No.
Velkin, can you know magic stuff? Can you see invisible things?
I can't, but Eorns can. I can look through Eorns' eyes.
Can you call yours?
Let me see. You gotta give me 10 minutes though.
I
I
can
think
stand
all the
up
time in
here.
the
It's
world.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we've got time.
All right. And she's gonna start taking out all the ritual stuff and starts takes out a piece of chalk, draws on the floor, starts summoning Eorns to see, because last time she tried to resummon him back, it didn't work, so she's not sure.
While they're doing
Listen.
that, Rin's just going to take out some rations and start trying to badger Isaiah to eat something.
Here
Also,
comes your airplane.
DM, does it look like the direction that I kind of got for the rumble? Does it seem like invisible platforms could lead that way?
It's hard to tell. That's
Radio level it.
if you knew where the platforms were, maybe you could discern that. But
Yeah.
Yours.
eventually, Yorens does appear. As the ritual is completed and the spell is consumed, you see him kind of give a shiver.
Vulcan's gonna reach forward and give him like chin scratches and say, I was worried about you. You didn't come back last time. I need your help. And she's going to go into his eyes.
Okay.
And look into where like Egg is standing and see if she see like a platform underneath.
What kind of magical things can he see? Just or invisible things? What? I have to look here.
Sure. Let's see. It's just called Detect Invisibility. Within 60 feet of the Tressum, magical invisibility fails to conceal anything from the Tressum sight.
Okay.
And she'll have him fly over closer if, like, if it feels like it's maybe something out of reach or something.
Mm-hmm. So, you see him flies over, and you can see broken pieces of rubble stacked high to the ceiling, almost underneath the chandelier. Looks like some sort of structure had been once placed here and is collapsed inward, and it kind of leans at an angle, and there's pieces of it that have broken and seem to have fallen to the ground. It only seems to be in this space in general, but it reaches to the ceiling. Looks like a broken building, almost.
What color is
One
it?
side of it's it looks like a dull gold.
Okay.
Almost like if you would rub gold down until it's almost a dull color.
Does it look like... Okay. Does it look like dwarven make? Like, does this look like structures and things that we've seen in the area already?
History check. And when I say this is it is a singular structure, is what it looks like. It almost looks like a tower that had fallen and leaned up against one of these pillars that had been knocked down. There's platforms within it that seems to be the ones that Mizo had hit, and now one of them that egg ball sits on or stands on, just 15 feet underneath the chandelier.
Okay. 10 plus 8 for 18.
18? It's definitely dwarven in make,
Okay.
just by the architecture and the
No.
inlaid metal within the stone.
Okay, and does it look like when it hits the ceiling, she'll have Yorns fly up to get a closer look. Does it look like it leads to anything? Does it just like end when it
Perception
hits the
check.
roof?
With Yorns.
With the Yorns? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's a 15 on the die, and I got Yorns has a +5, so
Well, the 20. It doesn't really. It looks like the structure, this tower, it fallen at one point and now leans against the pillar, which is connected the whole way to the ceiling. The tower itself doesn't hit the ceiling exactly. It hits there's probably a good 10-foot gap between the top of the tower and the ceiling. So it seems like whatever had knocked it over, it now leans against the pillar. So, I mean, Yorns can even fly inside of it a little bit. And inside, you just see broken levels of structure, small little windows and crevices. It's pretty much hollow in the inside as well.
does it just look like home space, or does it look like a temple, or...
There's no really markings to the stone. The stone seems really, really old. It just seems like a ruined tower that had fallen hundreds of years ago. There's no really any symbology or markings to recognize. You'd have to get a lot closer and a lot more specific
Okay.
to check and see.
But it doesn't seem like it leads anywhere. Just seems like a sunken building.
Exactly.
Okay.
You'd have to take a closer investigation within the structure itself to see.
Okay. Vulcan will call Yorins back, and he comes and swoops in and like lands on her shoulder, and you see she blinks and the cat eyes fade. She says, "Well, there certainly is something there," and she's talking loud enough that Egg can hear too. It is a building. It reminds me of a sunken tower. Definitely dwarven in make, but you know, it doesn't seem to lead anywhere. It's just there, and it's because I can see it with the Yorns. Its invisibility is magical.
Oh, well,
Not worthwhile then.
I mean, if you were willing to let me sit here and look at it for a few hours, and I might find something, but you
I
know,
don't think we have that kind of time.
exactly.
no, it's worth a shot.
But why would a tower be invisible? What's the point?
Why does anything happen here, Egg?
True.
We've been having real
Velkin,
fucked up time.
Could you guide Egg down so he doesn't kill himself?
Hey, it's not that far down.
Yes, I can. And
Well, actually, could you have Yorn sit on top of the next platform? I just want to look at the chandelier.
yeah, and
I
she'll,
mean, if I'm already almost there, I might as well.
and she'll go back into Yorns's gaze and kind of fly him up to the next level and kind of guide Egg to the rest of the way to the chandelier.
Sure. And with Uran's guidance and knowing exactly where the platforms are, it's easy enough. The gaps between the platforms that now you see in between, inside the structure, are no more than 5 feet. So you led by the cats, you eventually get to the point where you could scramble up, or you're just sitting within the arm's reach of the chandelier.
Okay. I guess I'll grab it and just see if I can like pull it or shift it or move it.
You grab it,
Hmm.
you try with all your might, and it does not budge.
Does the chandelier look like it has any type of like writing or inscriptions on it, or does it?
Investigation check.
It's an 8. I can't read.
No, sir. You do see that around the chandelier there are these large inset gems. Almost look
Yep.
like large pieces of diamond or quartz.
Do we
Probably
want one of?
foot.
Do we want one of these? Maybe
Only
for
if you
when
can
we
get
get
it
back.
out in like the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
easy
really
to
going to
get,
matter if the
yeah.
world ends.
Nah. Just kind of look at it and give it like a little kick. Okay, I guess I'll come down.
Yorns will guide Egg down so that he gets down safely.
Oh, I was ready just to jump off, but that works too.
Yikes.
Good 60 feet in the air, but sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know
Falls
what's
unconscious.
hidden.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So
Impaled.
eventually Egg follows Yorns and he guides him down to the floor.
All right.
Well,
y'all.
Miso got what he wanted. But I don't remember this place, so you're now my guide. Good luck.
Great.
We
got a door to the
At
right.
least he's honest.
Door to the right, door to the left, and this giant ass fucking hall extends straight ahead. Where do y'all
Left
want to
is
go?
beft. Left is
Left
beft.
is beft.
Left is beft.
I don't know
Always
what
go
that
left.
means, but
I hate
sure.
that, but I kind of like it. I'll take it.
What's
Anybody
a
else?
Beth?
Thoughts?
To the left, we have no guidance whatsoever now, so just left. Why not?
Always go left.
Do we want? I know it was a little it didn't entirely work the whole time last time, but do we want Eorns to lead?
I don't
Yeah.
think we need to. We already
Yeah.
here. We already kind of looked at the area.
Okay.
We just go to the door.
Yeah, I'll keep him out, and if I'll occasionally pop into his gaze to see if anything invisible strikes out or anything like that.
Good idea.
What's a Beft?
Nothing.
Best not ask weird dark
It's a-
elf stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't understand.
I just look at Cast as weird stuff.
Very. And I start walking to the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say whoever's towards like the front, Velkin will stay close to them and occasionally will put her hand like on their arm for guidance so that she can keep walking while looking through Yorns's gaze. So she doesn't have to stop each time.
As the group starts moving, Isaiah will like sort of passively allow himself to be led, but it's fairly slow because every like step or two he takes a second to make sure it's not going to happen again.
I'll
Making an
so yeah, I'll stand with Isaiah and just kind of have like either like my arm just sort of like around him or just on his back, whichever one he's more comfortable with, and help guide you.
Isaiah's just gonna hear in his head, hey, just check in whenever you need to, okay? I'm in your head with you.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
As everyone walks away, I think I'm just gonna like stand there and just let them walk away. I really think I'm coming along.
Do we notice?
You notice this?
Sure, I mean, eventually you would. He's not being stealthy about it.
What's up, Red?
You coming?
Who are you all?
Well, I guess it's kind of funny to say, but you and the rest of us were the forgotten few.
Ironically enough.
We're friends.
And
Companions.
second question, why should I believe any of this shit?
What other
Oh,
choice you got?
There's a door right over there.
You don't want to go
Oh.
out there.
Probably won't make it far.
you happen to be out there is what made you forget.
I
And
mean,
even then, we saved you and you've saved us many times.
Did you write anything down? Did we see you write anything down before we came in?
you didn't see him write anything down.
Probably wouldn't matter. None of our writings seem to
Everything
survive.
Yeah.
crumbled.
Yeah.
It all seems to age just as much as Redrick did.
Is Ook? Does Ook still have the picture?
You can check.
He'll look for it now, especially as they're talking about
Which
memories
picture are you
and-
talking about?
He did magical tinkering of the
Right.
entire group.
Our family photo.
Miso's not on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
The group and their names are on there.
On Ook's specific body,
Yeah.
correct? It is.
You apparently were all like together for something.
But
This is each of us, and I'll just kind of point. This is each of us, and that's you. We happened to meet a while ago. You were looking for Sloane, which then led us into a forest. We did some stuff. You talked with a tree, and then we came back, and then we ended up having to meet up with Vulcan, and Vulcan was leading us to here. We still got a little more ways to go, but
that's a great story and all.
You know
But-
how when you get really angry, you change into like a dragon type thing? With like claws or a face or a tail. We know about all that and we accept you.
You remember that.
Trust me, we are friends.
At the very least, we're your best option.
There's
that
not
is
too many
exactly
other-
what
yeah.
someone who isn't the best option would say, though.
Listen, if we wanted to kill you, we would have done it last night while you were sleeping. You know?
That's true.
Unless
That's
you
a
need
good
to
point.
get me somewhere. Where are we going? What are we doing?
No idea.
Yeah, Redrick.
Loot.
Redrick,
We're looking for
We
loot.
are looking. We're looking for Sloane.
You said that yesterday, too. I don't know who that is. I don't know what we're doing here. You're just leading me in a direction. You said if I slept, things would be better. It's not. It's worse.
So, broad strokes, because we really got to get moving, pal. Real bad shit's happening, like world-ending type shit, which sounds fucking crazy, I know. And we're the only group of shitheads who's trying to stop it. So we gotta go. You can really, I mean, you can leave if you want, but probably die.
Really don't want you to die.
Safety in numbers.
Those stairs only lead to hell.
I'm gonna
Probably
stay
not
here
A good idea.
and figure something out. Good luck, whatever you're doing, but I can't. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. I can't be here.
Um,
And if there's a way out, I'm taking it.
That's the thing. There is no way out. The way we came turns you into what you are now. Going back that way is not an option. The only way we have is forward.
Can I try something? No, it's not chronal shift. Don't do that.
I don't know what any of this is.
Okay, look at me. And she's going to walk up to Redrick, and she's going to say,
I'm gonna step away.
She doesn't like touch him or anything. She'll just say, "Listen, I need you to think really hard on who we are, okay? Try your
Okay.
best to remember anything about us." And she's going to cast Fortune's Favor on him, which means basically gives you advantage on an ability check that you're saving throw or whatever you have to do. I'll mark off the spell slot, and then so basically, if you're allowed to roll to try and remember, you can use it and try twice.
Sure, I'll see if I can remember anything about Velkin while she's standing right in front of me.
Oh, and if this is what's going to happen, I'm just going to do a quick hand gesture, and you feel a warmth in your pocket. I don't know if you remember that, but just reach inside.
Cautiously, just like grab out the I don't know what my favorite food is anymore, I guess, which is
So I believe the
weird
last time that
situation. Probably just,
I
like,
believe that the last time that
rations.
you had pulled it out, didn't you say it was beef jerky?
yeah,
There's a dead mouse.
Yeah, I think it
dead
was.
mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it was jerky,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay, whenever Velkin tells you to try to remember who they are, do you attempt to?
yes.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
With
I hate
advantage?
this.
Not with advantage.
Oh.
Okay. 14. You just hear laughter in your head.
I jump back. I like
Oh,
jump back from Velkin. All right, I'm out. Good luck with saving the world or whatever the fuck. I'm out of here. I'm literally just walking away.
Is this
Where
guy
are you
that important?
going?
Do we really? Can we go?
As you begin to walk, Redrick, you look down at your hands, and they begin to transform into the same dragon claws like you've done before. Except this time they're pale in color. Red but pale. You look as something wraps around your leg and you see the swaying of a tail. And in your vision you see your snout grow. And you're frozen in place. In a fit of rage. Labored breathing at this point. Come on, Redrick. Go with your friends. It's a different voice than the voice that you've heard before.
What voice that I've heard before?
The one that you've been hearing.
No, I
normally.
know, but do I even
Does he remember?
You remember it.
Ugh.
The laughter was too familiar to you. Or not. And see them perish. The familiar voice says, I say he just leaves. You hear another voice say in your head. Let him go.
Bro, you got a school bus in there.
I know.
The last two you remember. being two familiar school children that you know of. One older than the other. The other one smaller and lighter female voice.
And I remembered who they are or names.
You do
or
indeed.
anything.
It seems like years ago.
I'll like, as I hear them, I'll kind of like look around, and
The rest of you just see him stop.
he's
You
like
don't
looking
see any
around, like, in
tail
the
or
air.
claws. Or snout.
Mm.
I tried.
I'm just gonna say telepathically, if he's just frozen, I'm just gonna say, "You okay?"
I like he again like as you say that it just like he like looks to like a different direction like there's like a million different like sources of noise
Yeah.
that you guys can't hear.
Yet another voice in your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Doesn't really help that much. And he kind of like grabs his temples and like steadies himself and what the fuck is going on? And he's just gonna like drop to the floor, I think. I don't know. It's just overwhelming.
Oh god.
Oh,
Do we see
Calder
him
looks
do
to
this?
Ren. Do we really need
Leave
him?
then, you coward. Your Oathir say in your mind.
I'm gonna reply to you. I don't want to leave him alone down here when that thing wants him here.
Pardon?
Remember? I definitely told you this.
I don't know him.
Oh, fucking Christ.
I believe that I forget him, but I don't know him. Is he actually important, or can he fucking go?
He's important. Yeah, he's important.
How important? Like 1 to 10.
Fucking 20.
Well, that sucks. I'm
Yes,
gonna
it
walk over to
does.
Red. What's his deal? He's crazy or
Okay.
something.
No, so you get really mad and you turn into like a dragon looking guy, and you know, at first you were afraid you couldn't control it, but then we like helped you and you learned how to control it because we're your friends and you trusted me enough to like take my suggestion and you told me some names. But you didn't remember him yesterday.
He'll names. What were the names? What were the names?
In your head, you're just going to hear, you didn't want anyone else to know this.
I don't give a shit. What were the names?
It was Elena and the kids,
Does
is
that
what you
ring
told me.
any
And this is
bells?
all telepathically.
Yeah, you instantly get flashes of images in your head of all three of them and more. Vague memories. Enough of this. You hear in your head. And the connection is no longer there, Ren. You do not hear that.
My connection to him just severed.
It is severed.
Okay. Is my connection to the other still up?
It is.
All right, I'm just going to say out loud. I'm going to cock my head and say out loud, did you do that?
No. Something else wanted you out. There's a lot going on. There's a lot. Ugh.
So hearing that as I'm walking over to him, something else?
One of the voices. I can hear it. You can't
Alder?
hear all that.
Alder, we probably should mention that he and Ren, you remember Ren, they kind of hear a voice that's been kind of talking to him, apparently.
Yeah,
Doesn't
so
sound
you and I
right.
both got in contact with the same freaky sort of dude, and we came here to kind of try to end that. Partially. So if you don't like the voices in your head, I don't like them either. I also have them, or at least one of them.
I'm gonna
And
reach
I am
out.
seeking
Listen
to
to
stop
them,
that.
my friend. talking down to you. Go ahead and take his hand. You've been doing it your whole life.
You don't want him in your head. I can try to help keep him out.
He'll look up to you almost with like desperation, like in his eyes, and
Doesn't hurt to try.
Yep, he'll take your hand.
As his hand clasps mine, I just mutter to myself, "Whoa, please help me!" And I'm gonna cast Protection from Good and Evil on him. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead. This protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Okay. You're keeping your concentration onto that, correct? For the next 10 minutes?
Correct.
Okay. I will remember that.
And I help you get to your feet.
And still really out of it, but just like up, I guess, is about it. Fucking, let's go. Just, I don't want to stand here anymore.
All right.
Really grabbing his head. Does anything feel different after he casts that spell, or no?
No?
Great.
You seem to have a lot going on, and I don't remember you, but I'm here. I'm with you. That's a promise.
Well,
You've never needed anybody else in your entire life. Why do you need anybody now, Roderick?
shut up! I just yell out loud. Not. Fuck!
Okay, we get it. Just ignore him and come on. Voice is a bitch.
Which
They're
one?
just as weak as those that you tried to protect. Go home.
I'm just gonna not respond and just keep moving.
Attaboy. And we'll all head to the door.
I will take point on the door because I'm of the group. We have Eggval, who's kind of helping Isaiah, and now Calder's helping Redrick. So I'm going to kind of take point on this.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I will take point on any investigation checks.
Yes.
Just gonna throw that out there now.
I'll
So
help
you approach
you.
this large wooden door. That probably stand a good 10 feet in height themselves. Probably a good 10 feet in width as well. You see the little track that has been made into the floor. You see these large obsidian handles that are protrude from the door. Probably sitting a good 5 feet in themselves. What do you guys do?
All right, well,
Try the old-fashioned way.
knock.
I don't want to
for
knock.
like traps first,
Yeah, I can. I mean, the other door is fine, but
or it blows us
Okay.
up or something.
sure. I'll do an investigation. I'll look for traps, and then I'll also look for any potential mechanisms to like open the door.
Okay, investigation check.
Castus, give me a hand.
I'll help you. Look.
Thanks. Okay. So it's 13 plus 8 is 21.
Okay, with 21. The door does not seem to be trapped by any physical means, but when you get a little bit closer and you begin to investigate what these large obsidian handles, you see something smaller. Written underneath the handles, dwarven runes. Placed 4 of them on both, right underneath the handles.
Isaiah, I need your expertise up here.
come up and what?
What do those mean up there?
Can I read the runes?
Give me an Arcana check.
Maybe I should have called Vulcan.
Hey. This one. Nice. 25.
25.
I made the right
It
choice.
looked like some sort of warding runes. Protection magic. Particular.
Mm. Some kind of shield on the door, or
You know if it's meant to keep something out or in?
it maybe both. Bring the Ook, come here. And he's gonna grab. He's gonna. Okay, I don't remember, but I would have put them. Reaches into one of the pouch and grabs out just a generic hammer and chisel, and gets to work marring the runes.
Okay.
I instinctively take a step back.
Yeah.
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. As soon as the hammer and the chisel hit, you see them all go doof, 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 with blue.
I give him inspiration real quick.
It's too late at this point.
Damn
Do
it!
Ren and I
Oh,
have
no.
to do anything,
Come
or
on, man, I'm fine.
Oh, like I was given no time.
You know the old guy's the most desperate.
I chronal shift, but that could make things worse.
No.
You've had enough
Veto.
things happen to you.
No, he's fine. That was a.
Mm.
He got plenty. It was a whole big 5. I mean, he's
Big
fine.
5.
God.
You
God.
see the lights or the runes light up. Doof, 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 doof. Isaiah, you're blasted black. When you're knocked prone. Take 13 points of force damage as you go
Boy.
flying back and go rolling into a kind of, and you see the smoke kind of smoldering off of Isaiah's clothing as he rolls.
Well, that didn't
yeah,
work.
you okay?
Oh,
Everybody stand back and find out if that's spent or if it can go again. I'm gonna pull out a javelin.
Wait.
I'm gonna-
oh, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna.
look. Oh,
I'm gonna just go jog over and kneel down and put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level for you.
So once everybody's cleared away
Yeah.
from a distance, I'm gonna throw the javelin at the door, I guess, or the handle.
Go ahead and make me an attack. It's easy enough. Are you trying to hit the runes exactly, or are you trying to be less precise just at the door?
Yeah, not super necessarily on the runes, but like
you don't
that
even have
vicinity.
you don't even have to make a roll. It's a big enough door. So you toss the javelin, and you hear it, you feel it go tink, and all of a sudden you see the runes. You can just feel all of your hair is kind of blown back just by the pulse of energy.
Well, that's a problem. I'm gonna go
Um,
check the other door. See if
That's
those runes
10
are there
hit
too.
points, Isaiah.
What?
You gain back 10 hit points from that level 2.
You're gonna
Cure
run
Wound.
the Hoya the other side.
Yeah, she's just gonna do her fucking rogue sprint across.
Knowing where the ones were on this door, you easily recognize that there are similar runes on that other door as well.
Okay.
Anybody have a way to get rid of these?
Vulcan!
Undo
Oh,
some magic
Vulcan!
or-
She's just been kind of sitting there, not paying too much attention, and she says, "Yeah." She's
Can
eating.
you
Okay.
like make magic go away?
You know. There's been quite a few times I wish I had picked up that spell. But I haven't yet.
Great.
What is it that's wrong with the door? What?
It's
kills people.
exploding.
Yeah.
It's exploding. Oh.
Did anybody touch it at all before?
Not before you.
No.
So he hit it with the chip.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go walk up, and I'm just gonna place my hand against the door.
Okay. You place your hand against the door.
Mm-hmm.
Dum, 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 dum. Dexterity saving throw.
Didn't mean to.
No, Isaiah, you actually did great. I'm sorry that you had to be our guinea pig on this, but you did great. You just demonstrated that this is bad.
That's a 15.
15. You're blown back.
We've now demonstrated
You
it 3
take
times.
7 points of force damage as you're have to back up like a bunch. You can feel your bones kind of just rattling.
Well,
All right, for funsies, I'm keeping my
Wait.
distance. I'm firing a firebolt at it.
Wait. There's a whole big space that way.
Right.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck cares
I know.
about this door in particular?
What's his problem?
You see Mizo kind of push through the group.
The door attacks you if you touch it. So we're gonna look for another one.
I want all of you to say, thank you, Mr. Mizo, right now.
Thank you, Mr. Mizo.
Who's Mr.
Thanks, Mizo. This is Mizo.
Hmm.
Thank you, little bud. Mizo.
Thank you, Mr. Mizo.
Thank you, Mr. Mizo.
Red one?
Oh, you get an elbow in the side, Calder.
Alder, come on.
I hate this little shit. Thank you. Sure.
Thanks.
Pull out Mizo Shiny.
What?
Egg.
The gem.
Wait, do I
Oh,
have
he remembers that.
Oh.
The shiny thing apparently remembers everything.
Son of a
Remembers
bitch.
shiny.
Wait, I thought. Wait, was it Isaiah that I thought had the shiny? Because I know.
No. I thought you still had like the gem
I
from the
have it.
chandelier. That's why. I didn't think he was
No.
talking about the old stone.
Is he talking about the old stone or the chandelier thing?
His
His stone,
Stone
that
that
we
he
had
had.
taken.
the obsidian piece.
So you forgot all that other shit, but do you remember that? Or were you playing?
Give Mizo Shiny now.
You gonna get us through the door with it? I'll start fishing in my pack.
I said thank you, Mr. Mizo.
Yes, you did. Start undoing the net from the box. Open it up, take out the stone. I'm giving you some trust, Mizo. And hand it to him.
Looks at all of you.
You're lucky I'm here. Unprepared bunch dummies.
He turns back around. He walks up to the door. He places the stone, but as he does, you can see the runes go. Doof, 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 doof. He puts the stone on just as the last one goes to ignite. And you see them go. Doof.
Very good trick.
Tosses it back at you.
Keep it if you want. Mizo's about to get as many as I need.
I will indeed. I'll put it in a pouch at my belt.
I thought you said you didn't remember this place.
I don't, but Mizo remember thingies like that. Evil dwarven drawings. Lots of stuff around here.
Good to
Only thing
know.
that protected Mizo getting back to the door was this.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
Time to open this
Ren,
door then. I'm gonna
shall we?
walk up and grab the handle.
Okay.
All good? I'm not dying?
As you grab the handle, you feel something go like a mechanism, and then you hear. The rest of you see a large wheel come out from underneath the door and plant itself in the grooves that were inset in the ground.
Cool. I'll pull it open.
You pull it open. And as you do, yeah, we'll do this one.
I have my pistol at the ready as the door's open.
Yeah, why not? Summon a dagger.
You hear one loud crunch of the earth underneath its feet. And dust flows
Sword
out.
comes out.
Yeah, backing up, summoning daggers.
Rumble after rumble, like a large giant to the size of the tree that you had once seen.
Yeah.
I'm casting
sword out,
mage
shield
armor.
out.
Casting
You all
mage
begin
armor.
to draw swords, and Calder, you pull the door open, You can see
I
one
stand in the
massive
center of the
hand
doorway.
come to the center of the door. Massive. All plated in crude gold armor.
Close the door, close the door, close the door.
You
Yeah, should we
see
close it?
another hand and a head fall through.
In the head? What's it
And,
look like?
So the head itself, crowned in this massive helm, with a flourish that goes to the front to the back, all like a bright shining night. The pauldrons begin to appear as well, as this thing seems to be falling through the door. The face itself covered in golden plate, like a dwarven knight. But this thing, if it would stand straight, 15, 20 feet tall, is just a massive hand. And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Ah, damn it all.
Hell.
Oh, come on.
Well, that fight's gonna take a long
damn
time.
Yeah.
Hey, you get your
No, it'll be a
boss
nice
battle.
quick 30-minute one.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
The boss battle.
I wanted to fight something so bad.
Next
Oh,
time, next time, it's definitely happening.
Next time.
Ugh.
We have to wait a whole week.
I know.
To fight this fucking massive golem-looking thing.
I'm going to forget all about it.
Yeah,
and
just
then we're
imagine-
gonna
And we're
stream,
gonna
I'm gonna
start
be like,
out.
"Shit."
Imagine like a massive centurion is sort of the face that I'm kind of conveying, with a large flourish on top of his head.
I'm about it. I like immediately.
Yeah,
I want to
Centurion.
stab this thing in the eye. Like as soon as its head comes in, just like ah.
All right. Well,
Right.
anyway, we had a couple followers during the stream. A lot of followers actually. So we had Lord Yox. Thanks for following. Megzilla7. Awesome.
Love the name.
Jens
Zilla-
010101, which might be binary for something. I'm interested. Saito CITO 87, Panthea Frisk, Blackout Inf, part of Infinity. I don't know. Haley Ryan. That one's
Thank you,
fairly
Haley.
straightforward. Yeah.
Thanks, Haley.
And
Thank you.
Calicu?
Yes.
But that's it.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah.
All those things.
Calico?
So we
Thanks,
had
guys.
a
Thanks,
bunch of
everybody.
new followers. Thanks for following.
Hey, thanks for following the channel,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
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 And with those follows, we actually hit 100 followers during the stream.
Hey.
So, that triggers our giveaway. The winner, we're going to contact you sometime within the next 24 hours. Once we have it decided, we're going to do it randomly. Officially announcing the winner next week during episode 26 at the start of the stream. Only the first 100 that followed are going to be eligible for this. It's going to be a random one of you guys. And I believe the cutoff was at Panthea Frisk. So if I said your name after that, you'll be eligible for the next one, but not for this one.
And there will be another one.
Yeah, exactly.
don't
There
worry.
is going to be another one after this. And good luck, everyone. I hope you win.
Yeah.
If you could all win, we'd let you, but, you know,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't be fun.
For
I have that
everybody
many
that
books.
is here and then everybody has followed, I personally just want to say thank you. I'm going to thank all of you guys, the players as well, for just taking this journey with me for 25 weeks now,
Right.
officially on stream, which is wild. So that's a lot. We did, I just did this as sort of a fun thing, and I hope everyone that's watching is enjoying it. I hope you guys are playing, is enjoying it too. So
No.
let's just keep it rolling. So that's all I say. Personally, thank you to you guys, the cast and crew, and everybody that's watching. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Much love. Much love.
Glad to be here.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks, everybody.
but thank you for everyone who's followed so far, and even if you haven't followed, just stopped in and said hello for like 2 seconds. I mean, we more than appreciate it. So this is
Yeah.
not something that we
Guys.
thought it would even, happen in the first place. So
Yeah, right. Who's just, hey, you want to stream this one? Sure.
yeah.
Anyway, that's all I've got. Come hang out with us on Discord. The link's below. The Twitch channel. We always love talking with you guys. Social medias are down there too. So
Yeah, for any of
So,
you new folk too, if you want to catch up on some of the past streams, feel free.
YouTube is where you'll
yeah,
find
YouTube.
them.
Yeah.
And
Also
there's
podcast
podcast
version.
form of those. So
Apple,
if you're a
Spotify,
podcast
Anchor,
person.
Stitcher, all over the place.
Yeah, come share your D&D memes. I love seeing them.
Yes,
Yes,
we do love our
please.
D&D.
Bring memes to the Discord.
Yes.
Manny, if you're just now getting into D&D, it's so much fun. So you'll
Yes.
love it.
It's the
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Find a
it's
good
the
group,
best.
find a good group of people to play with, and just keep on trucking because it is one of the funnest games I've ever gotten into. So
Yeah, check out the forums on Roll20. You can find
yeah,
good
if you
groups
ever,
there.
if
Yeah.
you're looking for a
Good
group,
tip.
Roll20 is the place that I started playing D&D, and I still play there. That's how we play. So
Yeah.
That's
you
where a
will
lot of us
find-
found each other.
yeah, you will
Yeah.
find an amazing community there. So
All right, well, it's been great having you guys. We do have to end the episode at some point, so I think that happens now.
No.
Let's do the
Somewhere
fight
around there.
now.
Okay.
Fight now! Fight
Okay.
now!
We can go into
3
like,
more
Next week.
8 o'clock
Next
with the
week.
fight.
3 more hours.
Just give us 1 hour to fuck up this giant gold centurion thing.
listen, you guys don't stand a chance. So I mean, it'll be less than an hour.
I'm gonna try. I'm going.
See, you say things like that with such a straight face, and I never know when to take you seriously.
Always.
Just
Just in
always do it.
case,
It's just safe.
always.
You
We're
never
always
know.
one bad night away from Evan murdering. That's why.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right,
Next
everybody.
week. We'll see you guys next week.
Good
See ya.
night.
Bye, guys.
you.
Have a good night. Thanks, everyone.
Everybody.